Hello there, UTs. I am Love of Fragrance, and I post many videos revolving around fragrance, my love for fragrance, my perception of fragrance, and my recommendation of fragrances to you. I would like to inform you that I am truly grateful for you tuning into my channel. So welcome to my channel. But today we are going to discuss a fragrance that I attained literally as a Valentine's Day gift. I was intended to provide you a video, a recommendation video revolving around it much sooner, but time went by really fast. I got a little busy. I had a very hectic week, and I didn't have time to produce my video, and this is the first opportunity I have to produce it. It's very late right now, but I'm going to do it anyways because I am so excited to show this particular gift to you, and it happens to be a gift set. I was not aware that anyone's going to provide me a Valentine's Day gift, but this was a total surprise for me, and I do not like many surprises, but this was a wonderful surprise, and I'm going to unbox this gift right now. But I just want you to know that it's by an individual by the name of Salvatore, and I was not aware of that he was in the fragrance industry. I have several maybe garments or several footwear products from his fashion line, but this happens to be a fragrance, and I would like to explain to you that I have never possessed anything by this individual. I have never tested any of his fragrance products before, and like I said, I wasn't aware that he was involved. Otherwise, a Love of Fragrance would have possibly seeked him out quite some time ago, but it's unfortunate that someone else had to introduce me to Mr. Salvatore in reference to this particular fragrance, and this particular fragrance happened to be the name of Ammo. See? Excuse me, Ammo. Ferragamo. Okay, we're going to open this right now. Let me let you see what's going on. Here we go. I thank my acquaintance for this particular gift. Okay, and within the box we have a lotion, a hand lotion. We have a very nice, elegant, sophisticated container of fragrance here. And we also have look like a roller ball, but it may be a sprayer ball, but either way it's a travel ball. And oh my god, the scent is exuding and radiating itself so eloquently from the inside of this box, so it must be very potent. I am going to remove these here products from this here box right now, and I will share them with you, let you know exactly what we're dealing with here. I did not open it when my acquaintance provided it to me. I looked at it, but I didn't open the product. I didn't take it out. And so this is going to be the first time that I am exposed to it, right along with you. I love the fact that it's a fragrance that is very potent. And by the way, this here isn't an EDT. This happened to be an EDP, Eau de Parfum, which means that I am going to be very content with the extreme longevity that's hopefully applied to this particular fragrance. Everyone that I have spoke to regarding it and all of the information I obtained on it was very informative, informing me that it's a very lovely scent, it's a very intoxicating scent, and it's very feminine. And you might want to classify this as Gardon because of the sweetness applied to it. But before I go any further regarding this, I'm going to test it out. And I'm testing it because of the fact that I've never smelled it before. And that's important, that I like the scent, because sometimes, you know, if you go out and you conduct a test on a fragrance for yourself, you know what you're dealing with, you know what you have, and you have possibly exactly what you want. But when someone provides you or gives you something, you don't know what to expect. You can't like just throw it back in her face or anything. So I'm going to shake this up so whatever spritz I have and apply to my skin is going to be accurate the very first time. But you don't want to throw anything back in anyone's face or not have any appreciation for it because, like I said before, there are very few fragrances that I classify that doesn't have any love to them. And even though there are some out there that I wouldn't exactly have a preference for, but for this particular one, since it's been gifted to me, I would like to have a preference for it so I can definitely be grateful and appreciative. And I'm going to let you know exactly what I think right now. I'm getting ready to test it. A little bit of spritz on that arm. And since I don't have to be stingy because it's extremely new. I don't have to be very modest with my fragrances because it's new. Let's see what we're dealing with here. It takes it a while for it to dry down on your skin, and as it began to dry down on your skin, there's some elevation of the true aroma that's you smell later on, and oh my God, it smells so delicious. It smells so delicious, and some of the notes in here are so prominent. But it's a genetically excessively sweet perfume. A lot of people don't care for the Gardon sweet fragrances, but if they are blended with the correct ingredients to capacity and the ingredients are distributed adequately within the fragrance and they have a combination of notes that blend together nicely, you can create then that would constitute a very, very wonderfully elegant, sweet scent, Gardon scent aroma that's very lovely and, like I said, deliciously delicate. Oh my God, it's lovely. It smells almost like a genetically sweet, pleasurable fragrance that's you're going to really, really appreciate excessively because it's so attractive and it smells eloquent. It smells very fruity, but excessively sweet. So sweet to where you can't really determine the fragrances. The notes that are in here, but as it began to dry on your body, it begins to become very calming. It calms itself down as a flat type of scent, but not flat as unattractive, but like flat that's not just potent and explosive and exuberating itself excessively, but it becomes quieter on your body as it settles on your skin. It becomes excessively quieter, so quiet until the point where it's there, but it isn't explosively alluring to the point where it's annoying. No, it's loud. It has a very, very potent scent, which I classify as loud, but even though it's very, very potent, it's very attractive because it has the notes in this particular fragrance consist of blackcurrant, rosemary. Those are the top notes, and the middle notes consist of jasmine, sambac, and rhubarb. And the base notes are of Tahitian vanilla and some form of sandalwood. And I want you to understand that as these notes are distributed and originated together, it originates a very, very, very distinctive scent that is very luxurious and so attractive. It smells like marshmallow, a minty raspberry marshmallow, even though it doesn't have any raspberry in it. I'm just giving you a description of approximately what you may perceive or detect with this particular fragrance because it's so floral. It's like, and it also have like oriental floral in it, which constitute a distinctive oriental floral fragrance, and it has a vanilla, fruity, woody, sweet powdery scent. And that's the ingredient that I was not specifically able to detect because the powder in here is very, very, very prominent, and it's so prominent to where it consolidates everything together and make it much more luxurious and much more eloquent and much more attractive, and it develops into a scent that you can constitute as being luxurious, but yet it's very calming. It's calming because of its appeal and the enticement that you acquire from this particular fragrance. In other words, it's like you're drawn to it. And I really do appreciate it because it has an exquisite type of richness to it. And also, it's embodied with all of these transcending elements that you find exquisite in this particular fragrance. And the notes generate all of these here generates this fragrance and its originality. And Mr. Ferragamo, I want you to know that I think that this is a wonderful fragrance. And thank you, my dear acquaintance, because I really do appreciate you providing me a Valentine's Day gift, because I find this to be a very, very, very luxurious gift. But one more thing I would like to explain to you. In reference, okay, we've gone through the fragrance, okay, and this here is a fragrance, and I've gave you the description of the fragrance, but also we have here, it isn't a roller ball, it's a spray bottle that's consistent with the same content of fragrance here. It's the same thing. It isn't EDT, it's EDP, Eau perfume, and it's the same concentration of perfume in the bottle. I mean, in this here's a travel case. It's the same fragrance in the travel case as there are in this here bottle, and this bottle happens to be at least 3 ounces. So you're going to have substantial amount of fragrance to utilize in this particular bottle. Okay, and it has a very, very, very accessible spritz opening right here. And I recommend you carry this on in your luggage as you travel, but I don't recommend carrying around all day in your purse because of the fact it would be easily possibly broken. I prefer you carry your Travello in your purse, but if you're traveling, maybe you might want to put this inside of a Travello or in a plastic container if you're traveling with it, just in case it become broken. But it's designed for you to travel with, but it has the same complication that you have with your larger glass containers of fragrances. I feel like there is complicated to travel with them, and it is complicated to travel with this because it's so delicate because of the glass, and you don't want any accidents or mishaps with your fragrances spilling all over your clothing. So I don't recommend you put this in your purse or travel extensive distances like on the airlines or anything with it, unless you're taking an excessive amount of precaution. Never travel with glass containers. That's one of my concerns always with fragrances in glass containers. Of course, I don't want to see them put everything in plastic, but I recommend that you purchase yourself a Travello, and if you just use the base of the Travello or something similar to a Travello, and place this inside, or maybe a plastic tube or something, maybe like a toothpaste tube would be appropriate for this, just so that it will not be so easily broken and spill all over more valuable merchandise like your clothing. Okay, and also we have a lotion here that's also by, well, it's a gift set, so it would have the same fragrance, and it's a lotion. Funny, it doesn't have a little plastic seal on there. They generally do. Let's see how those lotions smell. I'm just going to rub a little bit on my hands because I have many, many lotions that have come in the gift boxes, and my discovery of that happens to be that whenever you utilize these lotions, they are much more sustainable than most lotions. Look at that. My hands look so soft from just using that lotion, and they generally establish a very, very wonderful hand cream lotion with these here with fragrances. It isn't something that's so inexpensive that it doesn't have any benefit to you at all. It's of quality generally, and I'm generally satisfied with the lotion. So anytime you attain a gift set, I recommend that you utilize your lotion, and sometimes you acquire a shower gel. But if you don't acquire shower gel, that's okay. Just make sure you utilize your fragrance. But my most important aspect of this here particular gift set happens to be the exquisiteness of this container. Oh my God. It looks like a lady's lingerie. That's what it looks like to me. A lady in lingerie. I love the way the silver drips over this bottle, and it has like a beaded pattern around it, and it also happens to be distributed up on the cap, but the pattern's only at the bottom, and it has an insignia right here on the top of the container cap, and it has his name there, Ferragamo, right on the top, and it's engraved in there. His insignia are engraved right in there, and it's so easily to snap back on, and then it becomes one whole completion of like a individual's top of the person's body, and this is the bottom part of a person's body. But I love the way that the metal overlay that they have here on this glass container. It's covering the entire bottle at the very top, which happens to be also beneficial in concealing the usage of your fragrance. It isn't displayed, and it appears that you can sustain the bottle a lot longer, even though you are utilizing your fragrance. It isn't very obvious because it isn't revealed through the glass container because of the overlay of the silver content and the pattern that's designed at the top. And I love that idea. I think it's so exquisite. It's, oh my God, such an original. And the fragrance, oh my God, this perfume right here will definitely grant you extensive, long-lasting throughout the duration of your engagements or activities during the day, and you will be very, very captivated by this particular fragrance right here. It's delightfully delicious, a pleasure to wear, and it's very attractive. And I highly recommend this here, Mr. Salvatore Ferragamo Ammo fragrance to you, because I'm sure you'll be very content with it. And I thank you very much for tuning into my channel. And please attain the Salvatore Ferragamo for your fragrance collection, because you will not be disappointed in this one. And I thank you very much, and remember to subscribe. Have a nice evening. Bye.